How the Warriors stole Andrew Wiggins and how that led to an NBA championship. After the Warriors just won the NBA championship, it was pretty clear that Andrew Wiggins was a huge part of that. And in this video, we're gonna go into how that was all made possible. But quickly before we get the video started, for those of you who may not know, I'm Juicy Sports, I make opinionative NBA content, and if you guys enjoy videos similar to this, hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that post notification bell. I also want to quickly mention that I recently started up an MMA channel, and if you guys are interested in that, the link will be in the description. But anyways, let's get into it. Andrew Wiggins had a very interesting start to his career. After being drafted with the #1 overall selection all the way back in 2014, fans had crazy high expectations, thinking Wiggins was going to be the next LeBron James. But after a few seasons, fans started to sour on Wiggins after he was putting up pretty good numbers during the regular season, but he was never really able to lead his team to the playoffs consistently, or he was never really able to lead his team to wins all that consistently either. So after all those crazy expectations, people now saw Andrew Wiggins as just a guy who was really good, but wasn't necessarily all-star level and definitely wasn't necessarily superstar level. And during the 2020 season, it got to the point where the Timberwolves wanted to trade away Andrew Wiggins due to the fact that he had a pretty big contract, and at that point it was pretty clear, to most at least, that Wiggins was not worth that contract. So when Wiggins did get traded to Golden State, he was almost seen as an afterthought for the Timberwolves, and at the time most people thought that the Timberwolves did very well in that deal, as they did acquire D'Angelo Russell, which didn't necessarily mean all that much to the Warriors because it was pretty clear that D'Angelo just never fit in with this Warriors team. But now looking back at that deal, although I would still say D'Angelo Russell is pretty good, I think it's pretty clear that the Warriors did a phenomenal job in that deal in acquiring Andrew Wiggins when not a lot of other people saw him as that valuable of a piece at the time. But now let's talk about what Wiggins does so well out there and why he was so valuable and crucial to the Warriors championship run this season. So starting with his three-point jump shot, this is really something that he improved with the Warriors. In the past, Wiggins always had the ability to hit threes, but he never really shot it at a high percentage. But ever since getting to the Warriors, Wiggins really improved his percentages from deep. As his previous season, he shot 39% from deep, which is actually very good, especially considering he only shot around 33-34% from deep in the past. But from that three-point area, I would definitely say his best ability is that catch and shoot three-point jump shot, but of course he also does have the ability to cross over, sidestep, step back into a three-point jump shot as well. But now talking about Wiggins' mid-range shooting, I would probably say this is one of the best aspects of his game, and it definitely is a better aspect than his three-point jump shot, at least in my opinion. But from that range, Wiggins definitely has a pretty nice ability to hit that one dribble pull-up mid-range jump shot, sidestep, step back, catch and shoot mid-range jump shot. He also has a pretty nice post turnaround fadeaway, which is something that I do mention in a lot of my videos, as I think it's very important for players, especially at that small forward position, to have that shot within their game to really take their games to the next level. And I think Wiggins has done a very nice job at incorporating that into his game. But now talking about Wiggins' driving and finishing ability, I would probably say this is the best ability of his game and has been throughout his whole career. Once driving to the basket, Wiggins has proven the ability to be a very athletic player, so clearly he does have the ability to posturize players at will, but he also has a really nice ability to finish around players with crafty layups, either his left or right hand, finish through contact, also has a pretty nice touch around the basket, and overall offensively at this point, ever since getting traded to the Warriors, I would say Wiggins is a very well-balanced offensive player. Because in Minnesota, I would definitely say that Wiggins was still a really good offensive player that obviously had a ton of talent, but I think ever since getting to the Warriors have done a really nice job at helping Wiggins improve certain aspects of his game to really become the player that he is today. And Wiggins obviously has also done a great job ever since getting to the Warriors at putting in a ton of work in the gym in order to become the player obviously that he is right now. But probably the biggest improvement that Andrew Wiggins has made ever since getting to the Golden State Warriors is his defense. In Minnesota, Wiggins certainly had certain possessions where he would play very good defense, and everybody knew he had the tools to be a great defender, but he never really put it together in Minnesota. But ever since getting to the Warriors, Wiggins has done a phenomenal job at putting everything together, and he's become an absolute lockdown defender for Golden State. And we've especially seen this in the finals, where Wiggins completely locked down Jason Tatum. And even besides his great individual defense, Wiggins does a great job at playing great team defense. He gets in the passing lanes to get those poke steals. He has great hands while guarding the guy individually, getting steals that way as well. And overall, Wiggins is just a player that you really want to have on your team, both offensively and defensively at this point. And honestly, I think the fact that Wiggins did get traded to the Warriors is going to be the best thing of his career. And this just shows once again the brilliance of the Warriors. And it kind of just proves my point that I made in a few other videos, that it's so important to have the right people in the right positions in your front office. Because if you are able to do so, now you're able to make these great trades like the Warriors did in this Andrew Wiggins deal. You're also able to draft effectively, just like the Warriors have done very well in the past and continue to do. You're also able to find the right head coach, as of course the Warriors did find that as well in Steve Kerr. And overall, you would just have a very well-oiled machine, just like the Warriors do, and it just leads to winning in general and NBA championships. But even though Wiggins has been playing so well in Golden State and probably playing the best basketball of his career, I still do think that he can get even better as the years do progress. Because it's not like Wiggins is old or anything, he's still relatively young, and of course still has room to improve his overall game. Maybe if you talk about his passing and playmaking ability, he could potentially improve that. Maybe there's certain aspects of his offensive game that he could potentially improve to make him an even better offensive scorer. And overall, there's always just those little things that you could improve that could potentially have big effects on your game overall. And as the years do progress, honestly, I think I would expect Wiggins to improve his game, and I do think he will. But there was also another positive report coming out recently of Andrew Wiggins saying that he would love to re-sign with the Warriors, and I'm sure that Golden State would also love to re-sign Andrew Wiggins, as they were very happy with the trade once it happened, and especially looking back at it now, of course are very happy about that deal. So hopefully those two sides could agree on a deal and Wiggins can stay with the Warriors long term. Because of course, as I mentioned before in the video, I did think Wiggins going to Golden State was the best thing of his career, and assuming that he does stay in Golden State for the long run, I really do think his game would only improve from here, and he could potentially become a very valuable player, and even more valuable than he is currently to the Warriors. So I guess we'll see what happens as time does progress, whether Wiggins does end up signing with the Warriors. Hopefully he does, and if he does, how good he could potentially get with Golden State, and how good this Golden State Warriors dynasty could potentially get as the years do progress. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think the Andrew Wiggins deal was a great deal for the Warriors, or do you not think so? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy it, check one of these two videos popping up now, and until the next time, peace out guys.